Today, Oregon's top leaders pushed back against President Trump's plan to send troops into Portland. Governor Tina Kotek, Attorney General Rayfield, and Portland Mayor Wilson spoke of their efforts against Trump's order for troops. They also discussed hopes of working with the federal government on what they feel are the real issues affecting Portland.
It's actually un-American, if you think about it, to use the military against our own citizens. But that's exactly what's happening right now.
When the president and I spoke yesterday, I told him in very plain language that there is no insurrection or threat to public safety that necessitates military intervention in Portland.
We are having a resurgence that we're so proud of. We have been working hard to repair, restore, and revitalize our community, and it is working.
Officials say they'll keep resisting what they call federal overreach. Attorney General Rayfield has filed a temporary restraining order against the Trump administration. He expects to be in front of a judge this coming week. Following Trump's announcement regarding troop deployment, it's not only affected officials who are speaking out, though the deployment details aren't yet confirmed. Political Portlanders on both sides are speaking out about impacts it may have on the city. KTVZ's Claire Elmer reports.
In the last decade, Portland has garnered national attention for what some call extreme forms of activism. Now, the possibility of troops on city streets is reigniting debates over states' rights, executive authority, and civil liberties.
We're seeing people stand up for their cities and for their communities, which is pretty much the opposite of terrorism. And that's what's going on in Portland right now.
For activist groups like 5051 Portland, the administration's rhetoric of emergency and terrorism is a deliberate attempt to sow fear.
We are living in a time in which we are being bombarded by scary news, horrifying news, things that are meant to make us feel afraid. But we cannot let the administration burn us out, and we need to very strategically show up and give our voices.
Political scientists, though, say there's more at play than fear. Portland State University professor Bruce Gilley highlights how the city has positioned itself in conflicts over federal authority.
The Constitution gives the federal government certain powers, and it's not up to the states to opt in or out of those as they choose. That balance has been increasingly tilting in the direction of states trying to reassert this autonomy. That's a dangerous precedent that should be seen as dangerous by everyone in the political spectrum.
Portland may offer a stage for Trump with little political downside. Gilley points out there's no cost to the Trump administration for angering people in a blue city.
It's not even close to a swing state. So it's actually a perfect place for him to do this. He wants to signal to other jurisdictions, if you don't get your house in order, we will send in troops to enforce immigration law.
In Central Oregon, Representative Emerson Levy urged people in Portland to stay inside and not engage if troops arrive. Some agree, saying if protests get out of hand, it will help justify Trump's order. Others argue exercising First Amendment rights is an effective way to fight back when done peacefully. While there currently is no known date for when or if troops will arrive in Portland, the city's fate is expected to be decided in the coming week. Claire Elmer, KTVZ News.